Bike's all wired up. Now it's ready for the switches to be installed. I have a switch for my heated grips. I have the USB port that came from Rebel X. I have kind of a universal connector that I use for my air pump and for, well, some other things too. This all gets hooked up. So all these things need to get hooked up and put in a position where I can reach them. My plan is, and again, now we're off into custom territory, I'm going to make a Kydex bracket. Basically, Kydex is plastic that you can bend and mold and whatnot. And that's going to go right here. And then when I'm sitting on the bike, I'll be able to look straight down at the switches, and the USB port will go over here, right? And then the USB cables will come straight up. So whatever's hooked up here can get power to it. So that's step one. And once I get that done, then we're going to go ahead and put the bodywork on. Just so you know, again, this is all custom stuff. If you do all this stuff right, you do not have to do anything I'm doing now. I'm going off script. I'm going off Rebel X script, and I'm going to do a little bit of customization to my bike. And of course, if you know anything about me and my bike, there's a lot of customization going on. So we're going to do that real quick, and then we'll get the fairing on and see what this thing looks like when it's all faired. Faired? Faired. All right, for the bodywork, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the windshield to the upper fairing. You can see that the windshield already has the holes in it. So all you're going to do is line them up, right? I'm going to start down here at the bottom, and I'm going to make sure this is lined up. This is going to want to kind of try to creep away from you, so just keep aware of that. And then I've got a center punch, and all I'm going to do is pop a hole in the middle as best I can. There we go. Set that aside. Now I've got my drill already set up. This is a 6mm drill. Right, and we're just going to Yep. No going back now. We're committed. All right, we're going to lay it in there, and you're going to put a bolt with a washer, with a nylon washer, and then flip it over. Another nylon washer, and then a nylock nut. so that they don't unscrew. And that's it. I'm gonna tighten this down a little bit. I'm not gonna torque it, and then I'm just gonna work my way around. Right, I'm gonna pop a hole here, put a bolt in, hole here, put a bolt in, right, all the way around. I'll probably like dance back and forth, but that's pretty much it, right? All right, let's do this. All right, and there you go. So I'm just going to go around and tighten these with a 3 in the front and an 8 in the back. There you go. It's pretty stiff. I'm surprised. The upper fairing part is actually really nice, pretty heavy fiberglass. This is a little thin, but that's okay. All right, so there's that together. All right, next hole to drill is going to be for your headlight to hang on to. Now, normally, this is your headlight adjustment, right? You've got a spring, and when you turn this, you can pull your headlight in or out. I've talked to Rebel X. They said that the way this is, the way it's been set up is so that your headlight is adjusted correctly, and that all you have to do is drill this, and then basically you're bolting your headlight to the front fairing. I'm going to have to take their word on that. And then if we have to make any adjustments later on, that's what we'll do. I get that it's a rally kit, but it's not going on a rally bike, it's going on an adventure bike. And one of the things I've found is that when my bike is loaded, right, it squats a little bit and blinds everybody with my headlight. And when I unload it, right, the headlight goes back down. So I often adjust my headlight. I'm going to take them at their word that it's just going to be right. And then we'll revisit this later. I've got a couple ideas how to get this on and still be able to adjust my headlight. I know, crazy Italians, they don't use headlights, right? Anyways, okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a 6mm hole in this. And I guess we'll put it on and see what it looks like. Money. All right, I guess we're ready for the sides. Figure out which one's which. there we go. There's one. Here's the other side. Wow, they fit on there really tight. So the idea here is same thing as up here, you have nuts and bolts that hold everything on, and you'll just put 1, 2, 3, and then the bottom attaches to the tank with these pieces of like super Velcro. So this is one side. It's about, I don't know, 2 by 3/4 of an inch. And then the other side gets 1 as well. My understanding is it goes on the inside here somehow. And that's what attaches it there. I got it to line up a little better by loosening up the headlight. I might have had that down too tight, but now you can see it goes in pretty easy. Easy peasy. These are the same, whoops, these are the same bolts that you used in the windshield that you're going to use for the body. And they recommend 3, so like 1, 1, and 1 in the bottom. Looks to me like 1 ought to go in right here where the curve is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how thick this little flange is, right? And it is about 19 millimeters or so, give or take. And I'm going to cut that in half. Try to hit it about in the middle. So call it 10. Call it 10. So if I go 10 up from here, I should be in the middle of this, right? Does that make sense? Am I overthinking this? I am. Let's get this back on there. All right, get this lined up. There's a lot of tension on this. This is really like part of the body, part of what holds everything together. And everything's lined up really good. It looks great. I'm going to hit this one here about where my thumb is first. So we'll figure out where 10 is. Make a little scratch or something. And come in, make sure everything's lined up. Don't make more holes than you have to. All right. Pop a little center so I don't lose it. And then here we go. Still looks really good. I like it. I wish I could do this one first, but I don't know if I can hold it in place right. So we'll start up top. Take our little measure, a little scratch on it so I can find it. Right there. Whoa. And then the last one I'll pop in right down here in the corner. Little fiberglass dust never hurt anybody. All right, there's the right side. Now let's go do the left side, and then we'll put our little Velcro tabs in here. Yeah, it definitely needs, the force pushes down on the tank, right? It kind of hangs onto the tank, but it definitely slides front and back. It definitely needs something to anchor it a little bit better. And apparently that anchor is Velcro. Okay, let's go do the other side, and then we'll put those in. All right, home stretch. The last little bit we have to do to get the fairing on is put the little Velcro thingies in here, and they just kind of go in here. It shows it towards the front, and I guess that makes sense. And you can take this off if you need to, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to push it back far enough that I can get it in there and then clamp it down. I'm just going to make sure that that's straight. First thing I have to do though is, right, hose it down, get any bugs out of there. That might be a good reason to take the fairing off, which I didn't do, so. You can see how that popped back. It definitely needs something holding everything in place. If this is it, this is it. And the good thing about Velcro, right, is you can get it anywhere if it fails or if something goes sideways on you. All right, I'm going to try to get it far enough back that you can't see it. There we go. There we go. Again, the Velcro just kind of keeps it from sliding forward. This angle right here on the fairing sits on the tank is what kind of holds everything in place. So if you think about it really, right, it's 2 bolts on the windshield and it's the bolt on your headlight, which isn't really even tight for that matter, is the only thing holding the fairing in place. All right, so let's go do the other side now. Okay, well that's together. Everything's on. The only thing I have to do is take the flim off, and couldn't help myself. And then next video, we're going to pull these graphics off, and we're going to put new graphics on the tank and graphics on the fairing as well. This is basically you're at the end of the installation of the kit. The only thing left to do now, like I said, is put the stickers on and go ride the thing. So yeah, graphics next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in Moab sometime. I won't be hard to miss.